Gosh, I love you so much. Okay, you guys, please like forgive me. I know I sound like a man. Truly, like I don't know what's going on. We have something blooming or something, so it's like sinuses. But okay, yes, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful to be on here with you guys. I love you so much. I love Maria. I love Jamie. Just everybody, y'all. Like I've just been with them like since they got in, and I've loved following them and being friends with them and hanging out. We had so much fun at conference this year. It was like just so much fun and crazy. And so I'm really excited because I really want to start off by saying, like, if you've been in for a while, I'm probably gonna have to silence my phone because it's gonna be blowing up. If you've been in for a while and you're thinking like, okay, like, I mean, Maria, I don't know if you remember, like we've been asking people to make posts for us since like day one. Okay. So when they came out with host to post, like, I don't remember exactly when it was. Like, remember when corporate kind of was like, it was a big to do with corporate for a while. All you heard about was like host to post from corporate calls. And I'm like, okay, like I've been doing host to post. Like I've been asking people to make posts for me since 2008. Okay. I just really want to offer some encouragement because you guys, like, this is so different. It's so different and it's so amazing and so wonderful. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about me first because I think that this will really help you to understand like why this is such a big deal. Okay. I had a $5,000 pay raise last month. Okay. And like, yes, that's amazing for like anyone that, that got that amount of money. That's amazing. But if I could just offer you a little bit more hope and tell you, okay, this is what I've been through. So,
Lauren, you got muted somehow.
oh, I don't know. I didn't touch it.
For
Okay,
some
what's
reason,
the last thing you heard? What?
I said for some reason your mom's picture popped up and then you muted. So
oh gosh, okay.
It's okay.
Okay, so so last month I got paid as executive. And my lifetime rank is double. And I got in 7 years ago. I've been doing this for 7 years. My mom's been doing it for like almost 10. And I just wanted nothing to do with it when I first started because my parents had done some other companies before, and they never made any money and they were always gone and it just seemed crazy to me. So I didn't want anything to do with it. Meanwhile, I had a pacemaker defibrillator implanted. I had arthritis. I had ovarian cysts, migraines, kidney stones, a kidney infection. I had my appendix removed and my defibrillator battery replaced, all within a period of like 5 to 6 years from each other. And so I was 23 or 24 years old and I was sick, tired, and toxic, like to the extremes. Okay. And my mom was doing this business and she was running circles around me. I mean, the amount of energy that she had, she was losing weight. She was looking amazing. And I was just really skeptical. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like a try everything type of person. And I would try whatever was out there on the market that was going to make me look younger, skinnier, like more beautiful, more fabulous, whatever. And so I tried a lot of things. And I was nervous to try this because I've taken a lot of things with chemicals in them and they make me feel so terrible. And since I had had my pacemaker put in, I was really nervous. But my mom was doing great. So I decided to try the greens for a week. I didn't have a migraine all week, which y'all, I was having debilitating migraines, like vomiting profusely for days, could not go into work. I mean, it was horrible. And I didn't have a migraine all week. Not only that, but I lost 8 pounds and I felt amazing. So I was like, whoa, what is this? And at the time, my mom was making like, I don't know, $8,000. And I was like, what? That's like crazy. Like, I totally could do this. No big deal. I've always said that you should do this, Mom. Like, this is amazing. And I just started and I worked in a salon at the time. I was an esthetician. I did facials and waxing. And I just took a total, like, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to follow her, do whatever. Well, fast forward 9 months, I earned the $10,000 diamond bonus and I quit because I just was looking around at all the women working in the salon and literally every single one of them was like doing the same thing, like 10, 15, 20 years later, this one woman had been there for almost 20 years. And I was just like, oh my gosh, if I have to be doing this like for the rest of my life, making basically nothing, I'm like, I thought I was going to be doing like celebrities and like beautiful people. And instead, everyone's grandmother came to me and tipped me $2, like, come on. It just was not the career choice that I had in mind, like, or the career ideal that I had in mind. And so I quickly realized that that was not going to pay the bills. And I just took off. I went diamond. I got the $10,000 bonus. I quit and I never looked back. So fast forward a little bit, I had built a wonderful team. I had some amazing friends doing it with me. We went to double diamond and I built 2 diamonds under me. They were awesome. We had, an incredible team. And then I got pregnant and I was about 37 weeks pregnant and I was just going in for like a routine doctor appointment, no big deal. And we found out that we lost my baby girl, Brinley. And y'all, when I say that like my life was over, like my life was over. Okay. And like a lot of people have been like, oh, I've lost like a brother or my grandmother and or a parent, and I know it's devastating. I've lost grandparents. And close, like, friends, but y'all, this was just like, I don't know. And I truly have the gift of joy from the Lord, like truly. It is a gift. And if you've ever met me before, like I'm just high energy all the time. People are like, what are you on? I need some. But that is a gift from the Lord. And I'm telling you, like, I've never had an obstacle. I've had pacemaker put in, arthritis, like all of these issues. And I've always been able to overcome like that. Like it was nothing. I mean, like no big deal. I've got a pacemaker, a life-threatening heart condition, no big deal. Like just move on. This was overwhelmingly, devastatingly difficult beyond getting over it in, a matter of weeks or months or whatever. I truly did not want to live. And so I didn't know what to do. I tried to work my business a little, but it was like devastating to try to go to moms and, women and talk to them about this product and this opportunity when really I was just like, it was like stabbing a knife through my heart, like every second that I tried to do that. It was really hard. And I found like, through like some other things like that did help me like, want to like function. And I thought, okay, well, maybe like I loved It Works, y'all. I fell in love with It Works. Like when I went to my first conference as a Ruby with my mom and Cindy Pentecost got up there, just kicked the weekend off. And I thought, oh my gosh, like they're going to be like talking about, making them money and like go out there and sell. No, Cindy Pentecost got up on the stage and said, literally, we have went through, and back at this point, there was about 6,000 people coming to conference. She was like, I went through and individually put my hand on and prayed for every single chair, for who would be in that chair, and for them to be blessed and their business to be blessed by coming to this weekend. And I just was bawling. I was like, oh, I love this company. They're amazing. My mom's like, what? You hated them. And so I just quickly like fell in love with the people. And like, I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, like this business has been an amazing blessing for my health. I've lost 32 pounds when I first started. I've lost 24 on keto coffee. And the money is amazing. I mean, hello, I just told you what my paycheck was last month. And I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely like, I'm so incredibly grateful. But the people, you guys, are everything. Like they're just everything. I mean, when I lost my daughter, the only people who were there for me 100% of the time were It Works people. My It Works family literally came over. I mean, my friend Susan Wade literally came over and sat with me, like went to my doctor appointment with me and sat with me all day because I couldn't do anything else but sit. And she sat with me. I mean, our upline, Melody, I mean, literally every day, like every week, like coming over, calling, checking on me. I mean, praying, all of you guys, we just banded together. Like the outpouring of love that I received was worth its weight in gold to me, because truly, I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't be here on this earth if it wasn't for that and the Lord, like totally carrying me through. So I really want to offer you some encouragement. If you are in your valley right now, and I call it the swamp of sadness, because if anybody's ever seen The Never-Ending Story, like that's what it reminds me of in that one scene where he's like pulling his horse, like trying to pull his horse out of the sadness, and he like can't like pull him out. That is what grief is like. And especially when you lose a child, y'all. I mean, 37 weeks, like we had just had her It Works baby shower the day before. Like we were ready for her. And so what this host a posting has done for me, for my business, what Keto Coffee, what the keto line in general has done for my business is a game changer. And so I really want to offer you some encouragement that right now, if you're in your valley, if you don't know what to do next, if you've tried everything and you can't get anybody to join, or you don't know what to do or how to get, this going, or you have a huge goal for this month, maybe you are rocking, but you have a huge goal and you really want to just make it, but plus some, this is it. Okay. And what I want you guys to do is literally just go to your Facebook actives list right now. It will get crazy and out of control, and it is kind of getting late, but I want you to message 5 people and say, hey girl, quick question. And that's all I want you to say is just, hey girl, quick question. Nothing else. Like I was trying to say stuff before, and I think you're amazing. And I saw your picture the other day and you're so cool. And I wish I could be you. And your baby's adorable. And sometimes I don't know. I mean, literally no, just, hey girl, quick question. And then I literally just start with the script. I know that you guys pretty much know what host post is, but I wanted to do that tonight because if you have any questions, I can help. I wanted to share some things that are working for me right now. Going through the scripts when I first started was the best thing that ever happened to me because I've been in 7 years. I do kind of know how to free, fall it or whatever. I know how to kind of just make it up on the fly and kind of go with what they're saying. And I know what needs to be said, when it needs to be said. But in the beginning, if you can just stick to the script, you guys, I promise it's going to be exciting. It's going to get you people. It's going to get you potentials. And I promise you that it's going to help your business. Okay. So what I start with is I start with the first script and I go from there. But then what I'm doing is I'm going through my timeline review and I'm commenting on any posts that haven't been haven't had any comments for a couple of days or weeks. Then I'm going to all those people on that list, and I have a notebook, and I think I brought it up here. It's over there. I have a notebook that I write down everybody in. And then to try to keep myself organized so that way I can follow back up. I can just go to my messenger app and type that name in and I can immediately see, what the conversation said. So I also have a color coding system that's helping me stay organized where you just make up whatever color you want to be for loyal customers. Once they become a loyal customer, make up a color for potential. I do red because it's very whoa, I need to follow up with you. I have green for if they become a distributor. I have purple for samples, and yellow for host to post. And that's just a quick way that if I type their name into my Facebook Messenger and I see that they're purple, I know that I need to be sending them a sample. I know that I need to be checking in with them to see if they got it. I know if they're yellow, I know they made a post for me and I need to go to their timeline and see if anyone else has commented. It's just a quicker way for me to kind of keep track with it. Okay, and then it's my process is when anyone comments on the post, I reply to that person's comment and say, I'm going to PM you right now. I'll send you the message, send them a GIF, whatever, an emoji. And then I go to their Facebook page, I friend request them, and then I message them. When I message them, I start with the first script and I walk them through. Y'all, I don't really deviate very much. If I send the first script and they send a ding, thumbs up emoji or whatever, the standard one, I'm literally sending the second script back because that's just I'm just trying to keep it going. And I'm going to share this really quick. Sorry. Yo, I'm working and doing this all at the same time. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I just wanted to share it in Pioneers really quick. Okay, so and then when they start messaging me, they're responding, everything, they say, okay, yes, I want to do this. I immediately say, okay, perfect. Can you text me and I'll get the information that I need from you? If they say, I want to put it in myself, I say, okay, can you text me and I'll send you the link and walk you through this. If they say, no, I don't want to do this right now, or I'm not interested or whatever, I say, no worries. If you want, I can save your spot and add you to the list for next week's models if that's better for you. Um, Usually they'll say, well, I don't get paid until 2 weeks, or I don't get paid until um, Friday, or whatever. Okay, whatever they say, I say, no worries. I can, if you want, do you want to, can you text me and I'll save this spot until Friday and add you to the list. Okay. Why I do that is because I feel like if they're ready and they're texting me, um, then that means they're ready to order. Okay. And I know that I need to be following up with them and getting, their order in because they're pretty much ready to go. Okay. So I get them off my messenger. I archive their conversation. I change the chat color to whatever. If it's a customer or potential, if it's a potential, I read, I don't archive it. If it's just a customer, I archive it. I go to my texts, I walk them through, and y'all, what I've been doing that's working for me right now is, I um I do like walking through them literally. Yes, they can see the chat color, but I mean normally like they don't care. They've never said anything to me. Normally they think it's fun. Like I had a couple of them change the color themselves. They're like, "Wow, this is really cool. How do you do that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just love the color pink." Haha, whatever. Um but when I get them on the text, I literally walk them through. If they're going to put their order in themselves, I literally say, okay, do you have time for me to walk you through this really quick? And that way they'll be like, yes or no, or well, hold on a minute, or I'm not at home, or, yes, I do right now. And I'm like, okay, perfect. Go to my link, like click the link and then scroll down and click shop keto. Y'all, I'm only doing everything keto, like keto websites, keto works. If anyone says, is this It Works? I say, yes, we're a brand new division called It Works. Keto Works, they're our parent company, but we have a brand new line of keto products that we're so excited about, and I've just been partnering to help launch this line of product. So that's what I've been doing, and that's been working. When I walk them through it step by step, literally, they're ordering every single time. I don't have anybody like go MIA and never order and never respond back. And then another thing that I'm doing is if I'm putting their order in myself, even if I'm not, I still will say this. I'll throw it in there at some point. Okay, so do you want one bag, especially if it's coffee? Because y'all, I'm only doing coffee host to post. I'm not going to lie to you. That's working for me. I'm afraid to rock the boat, honestly. And so I'm not going to switch until it's not working anymore. I know for some people, they are going back to posts that didn't really get a lot of interaction, and they're asking them to try something different. So that's something that you could do. But I'm just sticking with coffee. So when I take their information, they send it to me. I say, okay, do you want one bag for every other morning or 2 bags for every morning plus free shipping? Because we have that right now. And I wait to see what they say back. And then usually they'll say they say one or the other. And I'll say, okay, you'll still get a free gift no matter what. I'm so excited. Let me get this in. And then I put their information in. And y'all, I'm doing everything from my phone. So I'm going to my It Works Office app, and I'm typing in their information for them, like on the It Works Office app. And then I'm clicking back and forth between the two in order to see, their information and then put it in and see their information. So when I get through to the final review stage, I will actually, I'll address that question in just a second. Sorry, I was reading it. I actually will say, I send them a screenshot of it, and then I say, does everything look okay, or everything look correct? Because then they're going to think, yes, my information looks correct. They're not going to be checking the price out. They're just going to be saying, yes, my information looks correct. And then I go back to my app, and then I sign their name, and I click check out, and it processes, and then I send them a screenshot of their little Mark and Cindy, the cute little thank you for your order page. Now I send that over to them, and I say, oh my gosh, you're all set. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Let me know as soon as it gets in, and I'll make it super yummy. And they say, thanks. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Maybe they have a couple of questions. And then I say the last script, which is, can you make a post for me? Y'all, it doesn't matter what anybody says, I make them make a post. If they do not want it, absolutely no, they're not going to order right now. They don't want to be put on the list for any other month's models or whatever. They just want to pass. I say, okay, no worries. Hey, if you want, you could make a post for me on your page. And if anyone orders, I could send you a sample so you can at least try it for free, girl. I got you. And they're like, oh my gosh, that would be great. Thank you. Like, that would be awesome. I'm like, okay, this is amazing, because then I send them the post. I send them cute pictures. Y'all, like I said, I'm not doing anything keto related, or keto coffee even. I'm not doing any pictures like that. I'm doing everything a super like generic, plain, like boss babe coffee picture from Pinterest. That's just to keep the curiosity flowing, to keep the interest peaked. Because if people see the keto thing, they're going to either go and look at it or research it, or they're going to look it up, or they're going to already know what it is. Like, somebody's mentioned it, and they're going to go to that person and get it from them because they mentioned it to them first and they just randomly saw your thing second. So I keep everything super like generic and very like not mysterious, but just very like curiosity driven. That way they have a reason to message me or to comment. I don't answer anything. Like, even if somebody says, like, what does it taste like? I still will say, I'll message you. If they say that they don't like coffee, or like, too bad I can't drink caffeine, or do you have decaf or something like that, I still say, I'll message you. And this is what I've been saying that's been working for me as well. They'll say, well, what other flavors do you have? I say, we have a coffee, a creamer, a lemonade, and a hot chocolate. Because even though the greens are not really a keto product, they are super yummy, and they can help to detox your body, alkaline your body's pH. They can help, maybe you lose a little bit. I lost 8 pounds on them. And they can still give you some good results, and they're pretty good products. But what I've said is, if they ask me about that, like, oh, what's that? I say, actually, I add the chocolate into my coffee, and it's amazing. They have stevia, so it helps it taste like a skinny mocha, and it's so yummy. And they're like, oh my gosh, seriously? That's amazing. And I'm like, yes, girl, I've lost 20 pounds with that. Like, doing that combo and fasting until lunch, I've lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks. Like, you would love this. And they're literally just like eating it up. So I'm not only upselling them, but I'm giving them an extra option. And that just kind of gives people, I don't know, it's just like opening it up to more, you know what I mean? More people. So that's what I've been loving, and that's what's been working for me. And then another thing that I'm doing that's been really exciting is, when anyone has a post that is particularly good, and y'all, for me, a good host a post is like, I mean, it could be anything. Like, if they have 5 people, 20 people. I had one girl that literally had 100 comments on her posts, y'all. 60 likes, okay? Craziness, madness. I mean, literally was all hands on deck at my house that day. I went to her immediately, and I voice record everything. Like, especially the lemonade is ketones. That's what I do for ketones. That's just what I'm saying. It's kind of a different verbiage. But what I'm doing is I'm voice recording extra things, and that's just kind of giving them my personality. But when they have a really good post, I want them to hear how excited I am, right? So I go to their messenger, because I just do it on Facebook, since that's kind of where I'm at. I go to their messenger on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, your post is blowing up. This is insane. Have you seen all of your comments? I've already signed up like 3 or 4 customers, and there's still people commenting. I'm still following up with people. I'm so excited. Like, you should totally be doing this with me, and you'll be getting the commission off of all of this. Like, this is crazy. What do you think? And honestly, they're just kind of like, oh my God, something about when you say commission, like when you can get the commission for this, people who work a 9-to-5 job get that. They get, oh, I can get a commission? Oh, that's no big deal. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. Like, literally. And then I'm saying, okay, and you can, talking about the Disney trip and the $1,000 bonus, and they're totally like eating it up. And this is what I'm saying to them. When I go to them and I say that I'm so excited and your post blowing up and you can get commission, and they're like, okay, well, what do I have to do? This has been the best way that I found to describe it, where people are signing up left and right. I signed up 9 distributors last month, totally random. I had one girl sign up on the 14th of August, and she earned a $1,000 Ruby bonus last month. I mean, I have like 3 girls that are all like set for their Ribby bonus this month, and like all of them want to go Emerald, or one of them wants to go Diamond. And we have it, y'all. We have this to do. So I'm saying this to potential distributors. I'm voice recording it. I'm saying, okay, so right now it's $99 to join the team, to join the company. That is basically your license, your right to sell in the company. That comes with a kit that has 4 products in it that you can sell for $25 a piece and make your money back right away, so you're never out a lot of money. And then I say, and all you have to do to get paid is have an $80 personal order of something that you want to try, or use, the coffee, the chocolate greens, or honestly, you can sell something, or $150 in customer sales. And trust me, it's so easy to do because everyone wants this coffee right now, girl. And then I say, and then all you have to pay for is a $20 website fee a month. And that is so that the company can, your friends can go to your website, the company ships it to them, and you get the commission for it. You don't have to have a bunch of inventory if you don't want. Your friends will go online, order it, and the company will give you the paycheck, and that's as simple as that. What do you think? Or how does that sound? Or I usually say, y'all, this is my favorite thing to say when I say something like that, especially if it's long. Does that make sense? Because what I found is that people are saying yes. Of course it made sense. So they're saying yes back, and all of a sudden it's like a positive thing. And I'm like, okay, yes, girl. Oh my gosh, let's do this. Like, seriously. I have 72 hours to move all these customers that signed up from your post to you. So as soon as you get in, I can move these under you, and you would be immediately getting commission check. And she's like, oh my gosh, seriously? So it's not only getting them excited, but it's giving them a sense of urgency. Look, I've already got some of your friends, so if you want them, then you got 72 hours. And I literally keep following up with them every night. Okay, girl, I'm just checking in with you. I did it again today to a girl who was like, no, I'm going to think about it. I don't know. And so I messaged her today and was like, girl, I have until noon today, and I can still move 2 of them to you. What do you think? And she was like, okay, oh my gosh, let's do it. So, seriously, that's just getting their excitement. If you can voice record, if you can, even if you're not, super crazy like me, okay, you can, you can still voice record, and it lets them hear you. The number one thing that I like to share with people, y'all, is that if you're not being you, you're not going to attract the people that are supposed to be on your team, or even as your customer. Okay, because people are being my customer, I feel, because I'm just being honest with them. I'm sharing my results. I'm sharing what I've done. I'm sharing that, this was worked for me. And I'm asking them sometimes, if I haven't heard from them, or I know they're hesitant, I'm saying, okay, so is there a goal you're trying to reach? Or are you just wanting the extra energy or mental focus, or what? And that a lot of times is sparking up a whole nother conversation, because you guys, if you can attach this product to someone's goal, it's just like with this business, y'all. That's why we always say get a why. Because if you can attach this business to a why, you're not going to back out. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you still can, but it just makes it more personal to you. So if you get down to somebody's, what's your goal? Do you want to lose weight? And normally they'll share, yeah, I'm looking to lose this or that or whatever. I say, okay, no worries. I can totally help you reach that goal. We can start you off with 2 bags of coffee so you can drink it every morning. It's going to kind of, help you have the extra energy to feel better. It's going to curb your appetite so that you're, hopefully reducing your portion sizes and cutting cravings so that you can cut carbs and hopefully, sugar easier. Give you some results right offhand so that you feel amazing and awesome to go out and, do this and maybe make some lifestyle changes on your own. And so that gets them feeling like, okay, this is a real life thing that I could do. I'm not having to do a crazy program up front. Let's start with this and see how I do with it. So that's just kind of getting them, attaching that goal to that product is just everything I feel right now. And so that's what I've loved to do so far. So really quickly, are there any questions? Anybody want to ask anything or know something? Or did I say something that somebody was like, what the heck? You can just talk or unmute or just type it.
Lauren, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So Are you only messaging people that are active, or since you've been doing it for so long now, are you using like a friend list or anything like that?
When I first started, I only messaged like 10, maybe 12 people that were active on Facebook Messenger and asked them to make a post for me. Since that night, like literally that night that I did it at the training that we were at, it was all hands on deck that night. Like truly, it was blowing up. It was going crazy. People were ordering. They were becoming customers. They were making posts. Then what I found is that when they were making posts, like all their friends became customers so easily because guess what? One of their friends already did it. They probably already messaged them, talked to them about it, and they already want the coffee from me. So their orders were just flying in like crazy. So I have found that it's the post that never ends. Like literally, if they don't order, I make them make a post for me. If they do order, I make them make a post for me. If they want to wait till next month's model, I make them make a post for me. And then I say, I'll follow up with you next month, you know? And so no matter what, I make sure that, you know, I'm making them make a post for me. And then if I feel like it's slow or if I feel like I can handle a few more things, I will go to my Facebook actives list and I will say, hey girl, quick question to a few people. But that's really all I'm doing. I do know that one of my girls, Morgan, is messaging people that, you know, have been interested before that she's talked to, and she's asking them to make a post for her that way. She's saying, hey, I know you're not interested right now, but, you know, can I ask you a quick question? Or just saying, hey girl, quick question, and then telling them just to asking them to make a post. And so that's kind of what I would do and stick with. That's just what's been working and keeping that going. It's like the circle of life, literally. Okay, what did she say? All of the other weight loss coffee doesn't hinder our coffee post. Girl, honestly, I don't even know about any other weight loss coffee. Like, I've been under a rock probably. But honestly, I've never well, maybe, yeah, I do know about one. And I think I've had like one person say, is this like that? And I'm like, nope, I'll PM you. And I just, you know, I just kind of go with it. Anybody else have any quick
What do you say
questions?
when
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
What do you say when they ask is this like that?
I just tell them about ours. I send the first script. I mean, I literally I send the first script and I say, this is what it is. And if they say like, what's the name or what is it? I just say it's keto coffee. And then a lot of times what I'm having more people do is they're saying, was this like bulletproof coffee? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, it's exactly like that. It's so amazing, except it's already in a convenient to-go packet. So there's hardly any mess and you can take it wherever you go. You don't have to lug around all of your stuff with you. Because I've had a lot of people be like, well, I already make it, you know, every day. And I'm like, oh, of course. Then this would be perfect for you because you can have it for when you're on the go or need to like run out the door early or, you know, like are going to be somewhere and need like a boost of energy. And don't have all of your products with you. And they're like loving it. They're like, oh my God, yeah, that's such a good idea. Because at the beginning, I would be like, okay, never mind. But since I've been doing this and I got so many freaking customers last month, I've learned that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is way more convenient. And if you're already doing it, that's perfect. You can take these on the go with you for an extra boost, like anywhere. And they're like, oh my gosh, what a great idea. I'm like, I know, right? Amazing. You should buy some. Anything else? Anybody want to know about, even if I haven't talked about it yet?
I have a quick question. I know you covered this, but I was trying to take notes and I kind of missed it. So when people say they want to join, let's just say they say the 21st, and you say, can you text me so how do you tell me again how you said that?
When they say like, well, I'm going to get paid in 2 weeks, I'll say, oh my gosh, no worries. Girl, can you text me and I'll add you to the list. I'll save this spot and I'll add you to the list for next Friday. And I send them my number and like a cute little like emoji or GIF or like something crazy. And then they'll text me immediately. And then I save their number in my phone as potential little customer, PLC, whatever, you know,
Okay.
Sandra.
So you don't
And
say
then
text me a certain like phrase or anything. You just say, can you?
nope.
Okay.
Nope. And then because usually they'll do it right away. And so what I have noticed is I'll go and put them on my calendar to follow up with them that day. What I have noticed is when I am following up, a few of them haven't texted me because I'll see in my chat that I've told them to text me and I'll go to search for their number or our conversation in text and it won't be there. So I just go back to them and I say, hey, did you text me? I don't think I got, I think I missed your text. And that way they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to text you. I'll do it now. And so that's been a quick way that I can follow up with them, because I know that if they want it, like when they're pretty much ready to order and they go to their, they go to text me, I know they're ready to order. They just need to wait for something. Okay. When someone has a few people sign as customers, what has worked best for you? When someone has a few, as a distributor. Okay, yeah, we just talked about that. So like it's okay. So like what I say is I just go to them and I just am super excited. Just like kind of, what I said at the training, like literally like, "Oh my gosh, girl, like several of your friends have already signed up as customers just from your post. Have you seen how many comments you had? Like this is amazing. Like you should totally be doing this with me and you could be getting the commission off of all of this. Like what do you think?" And usually they'll just be like, "Oh my gosh, like, really? Like, well, what do I have to do?" And then that's when I send the message of, okay, so it's $99. It comes with a kit, it does this, like, oh my gosh, girl, stop. And now I'm going to be like self-conscious about it. And that this is what it does and that you can get your money back, pretty quickly or whatever. And that, all they have to do is have the 150 in customer sales or the $80 personal order and run a $20 website. I don't know, something about that. And then the Disney posts, y'all, that has been everything. I've signed up 3 customers just from the Disney posts because I've said that about that, like who loves coffee and wants to go to Disney. And 3 of my customers messaged me because, y'all, I'm friend requesting all these customers, right? So they're accepting my friend request. And even if they don't become a customer or make a post or anything, they're on my page now. And I'm going through late at night and I'm blowing up their news feeds. I'm engaging in them. I'm on their stories. I'm sending them, I'm replying to their stories. So it goes to our chat and I'm saying stuff. And then, I'm just like pouring into them. And so when they see my Disney post, that has been helping too, Renee, to, get them in my inbox because they're like commenting on there, like, "What's the Disney thing?" And then I'll message them and be like, "Hey, did you want to know about the Disney trip too?" And they're like, "Yes." And I have a script that I send for that, which I don't have it on here, but I can say it really quick because I think I just sent it to my new girl. I say, "Okay, so right now, anyone who joins my team to help share this amazing coffee and starts adding their friends to their team as well gets 1 entry per friend that joins them into the drawing for $1,500 in Disney gift cards plus $2,000 in cash." And like literally, that's all I say. I don't say anything else because normally I want to say, "How does that sound?" or "What do you think?" or "Does that make sense?" That's what I usually say is, "How does that sound?" or "Does that make sense?" But I'm not even saying that. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing." And then I immediately say, "Okay, so right now it's $99 to join my team and you need to do this and this." And then, and then I say, "Does that make sense?" And then they say yes. And then I'm like, "Okay, girl, let's do this." And they're like, "Okay, oh my gosh, you convinced me. I'm so excited. Let's do it." What do you do when someone says to follow up with them and you do, and they say no, change their mind? I make them make a post. If I follow up with them and they said, um, you know, "Okay, no, not this month, no, not right now," or whatever, or they're just not interested, period, I say, "No worries. Would you mind making a post for me on your timeline? And if anyone orders, I'll send you a sample so you can at least try it for free." And usually they will. If they don't, I just say no worries and I just delete them. Honestly, it's like at this point where I'm doing so many, I can't worry about that. Like I have to move on. Now, if you want to, I mean, you can always say, keep them on there and then try to follow up with them the next month. Because sometimes when you give someone a new month, it kind of their situation can change or something. Or sometimes when people say it just has to be right, but sometimes when people say, "Well, I just don't have the money right now," I say, "Well, hey, I'm always looking to partner with people to help, earn an extra income working part-time." And, sometimes that does well for me too. I don't say it as much, but I do I will say that sometimes if I feel like they're pretty like cute, so good on social media, like if I look at their page, like I'll kind of throw that out there, like, "Hey." And I think I had one kind of like entertain it and she's going to maybe follow up with me. What about when they say to follow up with me on such and such date and you do and they don't even read your. So Okay, I have had several do that, like where when I follow up with them, that's why I like to get their text, their number, because usually I know everybody's getting their text, okay? Like, so I know that they've seen it, and then I'll go to their Facebook Messenger, and here's one of two things that I do. If I've texted them and they haven't been responding, I go to their Facebook Messenger and I say, "Oh my gosh, girl, are you getting my text? I don't think that they're going through." And then I'll send like the cute little monkey faces that are like, "Ah." Or like a funny like GIF, or I will literally blow their stuff up on Facebook, like literally comment on everything, like just totally blow them up. And then I even go to their stories, y'all, and I'll like comment something like crazy on their story, and then I'll message them and be like, "Oh my gosh, I totally didn't mean to do that." Because yes, I did, girl, and you need to message me back. So, or even like some people that like said that they were going to host a post for me and they didn't. And I go back and I look and I see that they didn't make the post. I'll just say something funny like, "Oh my gosh, girl, did you forget about me?" And like a cute little like GIF or like the little monkey emojis. I mean, literally, it's like, honestly, I'm just totally being me. Like totally being me, being crazy, silly, like posting things, not caring. I told the group on Saturday, I literally posted a unicorn fart emoji one time to a potential customer, and I was so devastatingly embarrassed. And she like laughed so hard. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I'm going online to order now." I'm like, "What? This is crazy." Like, and they've always said, y'all, like you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and the right thing to the wrong person. So if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But I will say, going back and following up and commenting on old hosted posts, like especially right now, you guys, it's amazing. I'm blowing up everyone that's ever made a post because I can comment on all of their posts and say, "Free gift for any model that joins this month," or "Free gift for any model that joins this week, plus free shipping with 2 bags or more. Message me." On all the old hosted posts. And it's just like blowing up, and then I go to their individual, whoever's commented, I'm clicking on them. If I'm on that post, I go to their individual profile and I click their messenger and I go to their message and say, "Hey, did you see our sale for the week?" Or I'll say, "Hey girl, what do you think? We have a free gift for any model this week, plus free shipping for 2 bags. Did you still want to be a coffee model? Or did you still want to try the coffee?" And just kind of following up with them, or commenting on their posts saying, "I have 2 spots left," or "I have 3 spots left." Like, message me, you know. Always, that's what I used to follow up with before this free gift promo. I would say, "Hey girl, what do you think? I have 3 spots left this week." And that's just like, or I would say to people, "Hey, what do you think? Like, hey, Lindsay, what do you think? I'm saving this spot for you, or should I still save this spot for you?" Especially if I've messaged them before to follow up and they didn't say anything, I'll say, "Hey girl, what do you like? Are you still wanting to do this, or should I save your spot, or should I give it away? No worries." Because to them, like the last thing that they knew, I was saving a spot for them, because they messaged me. So that's a spot saved. So I was saying that, and that was working, because at least then they usually will say something like, "Yeah, just go ahead and give it away. I can't do it this month," or whatever. And then I have a way to follow up. "Okay, no worries. I'll put you on the list for September and check back in with you then. Sound good?" And they're like, "Yep, thanks." And then I've gotten them, as still a potential, putting on my list for September, whatever day, or I'll just pick a day sometimes, put it on my calendar, and then that's it. Anybody else have any questions? Or did I answer them all? Sarah, I love you. Anybody else have anything they want to know about? I mean, the best thing that's happened really for me through this is that not only obviously my paycheck, I mean, literally going from qualifying as executive to diamond is like everything in my life right now. But the best thing that's happened is, I mean, Maria, you've been in for a while, and I know like several others like might have been in for a while, but like, and I told this in our group, I mean, in our training on Saturday, Renee knows, like truly no one has said, "Well, as soon as my kit gets in, I can get started." It's like, well, what's in your kit? Like, because I know in my kit, it was like some papers and some wraps that I had to sell and like work. Like, what's in your kit? Like magic? Because It ain't in mine. And I had to work and do stuff. Your kid gonna just do it for you? I don't know what's in your kit. I mean, it was the craziest thing. But no one has said that to me, y'all. And guess what? Everyone's Fast Start qualified. Everyone's cab qualified. Everyone's commission qualified, 150 in sales at least. Everyone is getting their 150 in free product. I mean, it's insane. And so not only am I a happy camper because, hello, I requalified Diamond and got $2,000 worth of cabs. Yes, Lord, 1,000 in Fast Starts. But guess what? They're happy because they're getting their first 2 customers. There are Fast Start qualified to start getting Fast Starts on their distributors. They're getting 150 in free product right away so they can order stuff and try it and sample it. And literally their paychecks are, even as just a distributor, a lot of my girls have been messaging me. They're almost $100 because I'm getting them to be 400 legs and, everything. And so literally it's been everything for not only me because I'm excited, but these girls are pumped. They're promoting. And yeah, I may give them some of the customers from, that I have to move and from their posts, but they're getting their own. They're doing it. I'm just teaching them host to post. They're doing it immediately that day and they're blowing up with it. It's amazing. So, I mean, if nothing else, teach 100% teach this to your teams if you have your own system and you're a rock star, because I was never a mass enroller, to give this to my team. But if you are, that's fine. Keep with what's working for you always, but teach your teams this if they're not, because this has been everything for my girls and they're pumped. They don't care. They'll make the posts. They're going to anyone. Hey girl, quick question. And that keeps them excited, y'all. It's exciting when people are actually signing up. Wow. Imagine that. So anything else? I don't know, if there's anything else I can, I just wanted to encourage you guys, I don't know if you saw my video of, my check and everything. I'm just truly grateful because totally, I told God when this kind of, got going in the beginning, I was like, Lord, if you'll give me these customers, I'll work it as hard as I freaking can until you take them away. I'll do it as hard as I can. I will stay up late. I will go to bed. I'll wake up early, y'all. And if you know me, I'm a nooner. Okay? Don't even think about texting me before 11 because I ain't doing it. But with this, I'm waking up at 7, y'all, because I'm so addicted. I'm hosting posts in my sleep. Literally, I'm waking up quoting the scripts because I'm so addicted. And so, I mean, if you will, this host a post is if as much time as you have to pour into it, it's going to pour right back out. Okay. So if you have, 2 hours a day, dump into that 2 hours and just go crazy with it, because what I'm finding is that even if you're, when it's good to kind of respond back when they're online and active and messaging you, but even if you're just following up with them, at night, they are looking for it. They are falling back and messaging me the next day. So, yes, it's good to be on and while they're on, but I mean, if you can just do it at any time you can, you can make it work for you. I promise.